So why was the app developed?
The Cool Cow smartphone app was developed to raise awareness about how heat stress affects cows and what the producer is able to do about it. At a recent producer conference, which was leading producer conference held in Wisconsin, sponsored by Purina Animal Nutrition, we conducted a short survey of producers about the effects of heat stress. Half of them said that heat stress most years costs them at least 5, if not more, pounds of milk per cow most of the years. Another 45% or so said that heat stress most affects the breed-back rates of the cows that freshen during the summer. And a third of them said that heat stress lowers milk fat percentage by 0.3 or more. So these are some serious effects of heat stress, and we thought that this was an opportunity for us to develop an app that helped producers be aware of what the conditions are that their cows are experiencing. Now, there are a lot of apps and certainly radio stations that will tell you the temperature and humidity kind of on a zip code level. But what's going on outside, it's not necessarily what the cows are experiencing in the barn, even if it's an open barn and there's adequate ventilation. A producer can be sitting in or standing in front of the cows wearing a light t-shirt or sweatshirt, feeling comfortable, while the cow is probably already heat stressed. We have also looked at the importance of awareness of heat stress at the level of THI, temperature and humidity index, which is how heat stress is measured, the combination of temperature and humidity at the given location at the given time. Cows begin to be heat stressed at the level of THI of 68, which is where their milk production starts being affected. And at the recent conference, I also heard that the THI of 55 is enough to affect the reproduction. So, as we're talking about the awareness of heat stress, we have talked to AccuWeather and found out that Minnesota, normally pretty cool state, but we do have some hot summers, the number in the last 5 years of days at THI of 68 and above was 102. And what people really don't realize, how early heat stress begins. In the last 5 years, the first day of THI in Minnesota of 68 was on April 28th. Now, it was not this year, but in general, that's the average. April 28th, when the cows begin to be heat stressed. That is not when producers think about heat stress management. So with that said, we thought that an app would be a nice, easy electronic way to reach producers who have smartphones and use them in the barns or to check the weather or to make phone calls. That's how the idea of the Cool Cow smartphone app was developed.
And how does the app work?
The app is available for iPhones and Android, and it's pretty easy to use. If you search for Purina Cool Cow, or just for Cool Cow, and download the app, you will see that it only really has 4 tabs. It starts out with quick tips about what to do to manage heat stress in cows, and some quick tips may be about potassium management or ventilation. Among the information pieces within the app, producers can access information on heat stress impact, cows are affected, what to watch for, what to do to get prepared, and how to manage it through nutrition and management techniques. The key point of the app is the dairy heat stress calculator. So I've mentioned the THI of 68 is when producers should worry that the cow's productivity is beginning to be affected. And how do you figure out what the THI is in the barn, what the cows are? We have been working with our sales team to deliver temperature and humidity sensors to be installed in the barn right where the cows are, but certainly not within the cow's reach, to be able to see what specific temperature and humidity are in that location. And then a producer can be in the barn in the morning, afternoon, anytime really, and look at the readings of temperature and humidity. Click on the Dairy Heat Stress Calculator tab within the app and manually slide the temperature and humidity reading up and down. So they don't even need to input specific number. It's very easy to slide those little sliders. And the THI is calculated automatically on top of that window. So at any given time, they can estimate what the impact on the cow is based on the THI level. There is also information about some nutrition technologies that are available to manage heat stress, specifically Rally Dairy Feed, which is a patented technology from Purina Animal Nutrition that allows to manage the heat stress nutritionally from inside the cow.
So why do you think this app and those sensors is an important tool for producers?
Because unlike the weather stations or any other information that is accessed based on the zip code or ambient temperature and humidity, none of them really demonstrate what the THI is exactly where the cows are, or at least none that I'm aware of. And the awareness of what the cows are experiencing is driving the action, both management and nutrition action on behalf of the producer. You can only manage what you can measure, and this is pretty much the important link that the app is making to the conditions in which the cows are, or which the cows are experiencing.
And what are your future plans for the app?
We certainly are experiencing some good download rates, and we're going to track feedback from producers just to see what else may be needed for them for managing heat stress. It's possible that we will expand the app to include other capabilities, but at this point I'm waiting to see what the feedback is going to be from our users. Download this app for free by searching for Purina Cool Cow on their Android or iPhone within the Google apps or iTunes.